This girl wanted to play soccer with the boys so badly, but the coach forbids girls on the team. She then transformed herself into a boy. Do you think she will get caught? We'll figure out what happened next in our recap of the movie. She's the man. The main character's name is Viola, and she loves playing soccer. She's also dating the captain of the school team, Justin. What a life. However, there is a problem. The coach forbids the girls to play soccer with the boys. He claims that they are too weak for that. Justin agrees with the coach, which makes Viola really mad. She definitely breaks up with her boyfriend and goes home in a terrible mood. Her mother presents Viola with a gorgeous lace dress, but she can't stand any of this girlish stuff. She goes upstairs and complains about her bitter life to her twin brother, Sebastian. This guy is a real slacker. He wants to quit another school and escape to London for a music festival with his band. Sebastian asks his sister to cover his back by calling the principal behalf of his parents. But Viola has another plan. She is going to visit her brother's school and pretend to be Sebastian. No one has ever seen Sebastian there, and that means no one will notice the switch. Thanks to this, Viola will be able to play soccer with the boys and even outplay them. A stylist named Paul decides to help her: a fake mustache, a beard. Men's habits: she uses absolutely everything. Her ample bosom is tightened with bandages, and all the girly stuff is hidden as deeply as possible. Viola lies to her mother, saying she's planning to stay with her father for a few weeks, and then goes to Illyria, Sebastian's new school. She gets out of the car pretending to be a boy, and she actually looks like one. Yet Viola is so scared that she's ready to run away at any minute. Paul convinces her to take the chance and pushes her out of the car. The frightened girl Paris to the dormitory, where a crowd of guys lives. She struggles to get to her room and meet her new roommates, introducing herself as Sebastian. Her roommate's name is Duke, and he's a rather good-looking guy. Viola rushes to the soccer field. She has to qualify for the local team. The coach demands the boys to take off their shirts, and Viola frightenedly makes up a story about being allergic to the sun. They start training, and this is when our girl shows everything she's capable of. The soccer ball literally flows under her feet. The only problem for Viola is doing push-ups, so she ends up on the second team, which is the bench. A frustrated Viola finds herself in the man's showers. Oops, luckily she is urgently called to the principal's office, who is examining Sebastian's file and wishes the student well in his new school. On her way out of the office, Viola bumps into Samagra, and she looks it up to the boy with great interest. Viola goes to lunch in the school cafeteria and sits down at a table with Chuck and his friends. That's when the very blonde that has been recently locked down shows up. Her name is Olivia, and it turns out that all the guys are crazy about her, even the handsome Duke. At night, Viola sneaks into the school showers and starts undressing, excited to finally be alone. Suddenly some guy shows up there. His name is Malcolm, and he braids Viola for not having slippers. Then Duke comes in and hits the nerd with a towel while the girl runs out of the showers at night. Viola has a nightmare about a terrible soccer match in which opponents beat each other up. She is wearing a pink lace dress, and the coach makes her play like that. No wonder she can't score a goal. Everyone points and laughs at her. What a shame. Viola wakes up to someone pouring water on her. The girl is grabbed by a crowd of guys in masks who take her to an unknown place. She and several other newcomers are forced to undress. Viola manages to get out of the crowd and sets off the fire alarm. She is saved. But now everyone thinks Sebastian is a freak and a loser. It is urgent to save the reputation. Paul asks his beautiful girlfriend to confess her love to Sebastian and say that she misses him very much. The other students in the cafeteria don't understand what's going on, and then another girl shows up. The scene repeats one more time, and the guys at the table are shocked. It turns out that Sebastian is a real lady killer. Suddenly a third girl shows up at the cafe, but here's the problem. It's Monique, the real girl of the real Sebastian. Viola desperately hides her face and tells Sebastian's girlfriend a lot of insults, which makes the offended Monique run away. The guys immediately invite Viola, aka Sebastian, to that table. From now on, he is the local star, adored by all the girls, and anime leader by older guys. The beauty Olivia comes to one of the classes. She has to work with Viola, and they find a lot in common with each other. After the lesson, Viola gets grabbed by Duke, who asks for help in conquering Olivia's heart. He promises to make Sebastian a member of the main soccer team. Viola agrees. The daily exhausting training session begins. Viola trains even at night, a specialist, since that is the only time when she can take a shower, so no one would see her. Definitely it brings good result. Viola is getting stronger and stronger. She also gets a chance to look at the naked guys in the shower every day. Particularly she likes looking at Duke. Meanwhile, Malcolm, who is in love with Olivia, decides to spy on Sebastian, hoping to find some dirt on him. Sebastian, or more precisely, Viola, tries to set Olivia up with the Duke. But here's the problem. The cute blondie seems to be in love with Sebastian himself. What a love triangle. One night, Viola is giving Duke advice about girls, and suddenly a tarantula appears in their room. It's Malcolm's recently lost pet, Duke, and Viola jump on their bed in terror. They are both afraid of spiders. At one point, they even start cuddling. Wow, what a story. A junior league carnival is about to take place the next day. And Viola has to be there, however Sebastian is supposed to be there too. So how will the girl get out of this one? Now we'll see as the day comes. Viola is disguised as Sebastian, accompanied by Juke and his friends. She meets Olivia, and all the boys are invited to the kissing booth. Suddenly Monique appears and Viola hides in one of the toilets there. She quickly changes into a dress and comes out as a girl. Viola says hello to her mother and then flees, almost hitting Duke on the way. Justin rushes towards her, but she backs of her ex and hops into one of the rides there. She disguises herself as Sebastian again. Then she gets spotted by Monique and the girl hides on the trampolines where she changes into a dress. Viola notices Duke standing in line for the kissing booth where Olivia is sitting and decides to take the place. So Duke will only come to kiss her. The guy is a little disappointed by the switch, but what can he do? They have a kiss and the girl likes it so much that she wants more. Another kiss is interrupted by Justin, who makes a scene of jealousy and attacks Duke. A fight ensues between the guys. Viola tries to calm them down, but she can't do anything about it. All of them fall right on the popcorn card. What a great end to the festival. In the evening, Viola returns to the dormitory as Sebastian and sees the beaten Duke. He mentions the fight with Justin and the pseudo-Sebastian advises his friend to ask Viola out on a date. Duke and Sebastian continue that Raining and Malcolm is constantly watching them. The situation becomes more and more complicated. Viola eventually falls in love with Duke, and Olivia falls in love with Sebastian, or it's better to say with Viola. Well, you get the idea. Determined to make Sebastian jealous, Olivia starts flirting with Duke and asks him out. Of course, Viola doesn't appreciate such a behavior. The evening comes. Olivia is on a date with Duke, but they don't have much fun together. The couple is frankly bored. Viola and Sebastian joins them of the school Greek. Eunice Olivia acts out a scene of passion with Duke. An angry Viola walks away. The preparation for the annual debutante ball are underway. Everyone behaves like proper ladies and only Viola blatantly violates all the rules of etiquette. She meets Olivia in the bathroom and lies about Duke's supposedly disgusting kiss. Olivia confesses that she doesn't actually like Duke and that she only likes Sebastian. Monique shows up in the bathroom and immediately starts arguing with Olivia. A fight breaks out between the girls. That's how real ladies behave. A taxi drives up to the dormitory in the evening. The real Sebastian is back. Olivia rushes to give him a tender kiss. Duke notices this and becomes terribly angry. He thinks that Sebastian has taken advantage of his frankness to drive Olivia away from him and forces Viola to leave. She has to spend the night with the nerdy Eunice. This is when the real Sebastian walks into the dome and goes to sleep in his room, suspecting nothing. Still, that's not the worst part either. Monique and Malcolm figure out that Sebastian is actually Viola. They decide to expose her at tomorrow's match and embarrass her in front of the whole school. In the morning comes the time of the divisive soccer match. The real Sebastian is woken up and sent to the match. Unaware of the situation, he walks onto the soccer field. Unfortunately, Viola is asleep. The match begins. Sebastian is completely useless, and his team loses to their opponent. Suddenly, the school principal appears on the field with Malcolm and Monique. He declares that Sebastian is actually a girl. The boy is shocked by these accusations and even takes off his pants as evidence. During halftime, Viola finds Sebastian and tells him everything. She takes her brother's uniform and replaces him in the second half. Viola demonstrates all her ability. The only problem is that Duke defiantly ignores her and the game is still not going well. The opponents are leading the score. Duke and Justin start fighting again, understanding that no good can come out of it. Viola admits her deception to Duke. She confesses about pretending to be Sebastian to play soccer and says that she fell in love with her roommate. Viola removes her wig and even pulls up her t-shirt so you can be convinced of her words. She is allowed to finish the match. As a result, she has caused a game-winning goal on the penalty kick and her team wins. Viola officially introduces her brother to Olivia, and they leave together tenderly holding hands. However, Duke can't forgive the girl for lying and doesn't even approach her. Sebastian brings a box to Duke's room. It contains a huge piece of cheese and an invitation to the debutante ball. Viola goes out to the park where she meets Duke. They confess their fondness for each other. Monique goes to the ball with Justin, Olivia with Sebastian, and Viola with Duke. Vague is passionately. Moreover, she is allowed to be a member of the boys' soccer team. It's a success. What did you think of the recap? Didn't you get confused? Then give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and confidently click on the bell so as not to miss any new hot recaps. You've been watching the Film Reel channel. I'll see you later. Thank you.